Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Plays the Brawler, where last time we managed to destroy an evil relic that was being held within the Hall of Mirrors. Now let's find out if there are any other such relics about.
Bossy thinks another relic may lie within Nala Doom.
Travel to the Chamber of Crossroads with your allies and speak with my uncle to learn more about Naladoom, the water wheels. All right, let's head on to the Chamber of Crossroads and find out what's going on. Hello, Bosie. I heard that there is an evil relic that needs to be gotten rid of. Greetings again to you, Pine Punch. I did not have the opportunity to properly thank you for helping to broker the alliance between the Iron Garrison and the Elves of Lothlorien. So, I thank you. In Mazag, we have a prisoner worthy of exchanging for those Gurothel brought to Dol Guldur, my son chief amongst them. Oh, Bori, be strong and courageous during your torment. Scouts report seeing a relic of unquestionable evil amongst the water wheels of Nala Doom, but were unable to route the flow of the canals in such a way as to reach it. You must determine the proper workings of the system if you are to find and destroy this relic of Gorothal's. You don't want to know how much trouble I had with those mirrors. I shall have a scout lead you into the entrance of Naladoom in the waterworks. Delving into the flooded deeps will be dangerous, for the mechanisms are very old and have not been used for many years, and I can just imagine what an unknowing hobbit will do to all of this stuff. Alright, let's go.
Deep in the abysses of Moria, the dwarves had once crafted a great waterway to bring water in from the mountains. Something now blocks the great wheels from turning, causing the Iron Hill garrison concern.
Then we'll have to find out what it is. I suspect it's not going to be a bunch of Marival lizards. The lizards have stopped it? Well, better than Marival, I guess. There you go. 2 lizards down. And what? Are you kidding me? That's my first lizard. Oh, Naladoom Lizard Slayer. Okay. First, I was wondering. Wait a moment. I was thinking, was that my first one in War? No, just in Naladoom. Obviously, I have somewhere else to go, right? Oh, there's some ramps there. I was wondering, why couldn't I see how to open that door? And I completely missed that we have a ramp going up here. Fortunately, these ramps have not rotted. Well, actually, this floor is in a bit of questionable shape now that I think about it. About to say that they haven't rotted or anything else like that, but I am less confident in that belief at the moment. Let's see, what do we got here? Other than more lizards. Flood lizards. Alright, there we go. Up the stairs, up the stairs. Ah! Let's turn the wheel. Well, it started something, that's for sure. Alright, anything else I need to do here? Or are we done for the moment? Hey, is that door open now? Yes, that door is now open. Good! That means we could head on down and continue along the next path, which I'm sure is going to lead us to more wheels. I'm just hoping that that door is open and not that it was an artifact or anything like that. Okay, we're in. Now, which way should we go? It's going to say let's follow right-hand rule, but it looks like it's downward in this case. When in doubt, go down. I suppose in a place like this, that's no huge shock because it appears that we may have to open up that door, I guess. First, we need to go this way. That's going to take a bit of a jump, so I'm going to... Nothing there. I think there'll be more levers up somewhere. And we've got... Each time I look at one of these ramps, I get less and less confidence of their ability to stay up. I guess I'm just glad I'm a hobbit, not one of the tall folk who will be even heavier. Now let's see, what do we have here? Oh, here's a lever right over here. There we go. Okay, good. At least I hope it's good. Now, let's see. We want to go this way. Ah! We've got a bridge now. So that means that we can... You know, I've always had trouble with this particular instance. I mean, even more so than with the Hall of Mirrors. I mean, sometimes I had a Hall of Mirrors run, which is not all that difficult, but I think this one has always given me some challenge in remembering where everything is. There you go. So this is the exit there. So now let's head on down here. Well, at least the rockworm... at least they didn't have an entire deed for killing those rockworms in here. That would have been a real pain, I guess, since they're not all that common. Alright, let's spin this wheel. Round and round she goes, and where she stops, nobody knows. Good, and I think I have to pull this one also, most likely. Well, let's see what that does. Or is it that you're supposed to do them slightly out of sync and others do... Well, it looks like that's the next stage. Oh! That's the trick on that. That one is timed. So, now, I think... Alright, yeah, there we go. You pull it, it opens. That's why you have to do two of them, because the second one is to open up this gate, which I must go through before it shuts down. Alright. Oh, that was with plenty of time. I think they give you more time in solo than they do in the 3-player version. So I think in the 3-player version it's set up so you have to have someone help you. In other words, that one person... So you need at least one other person with you, so one pulls it and the other one goes in. At least that would make sense from the type of things are at the moment. Alright, so you have to jump down into that? Well, I suppose so. Really? I mean, you would think that after all these times I've been questing that I would have learned how to dive. I mean, that seems like a diveable distance without getting too hurt. So I suppose having animations of the player character doing a proper dive might be tricky, especially knowing that you're going down into water so that you can do a proper dive. There we go. There. And Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hello. And these things are some of the slowest creatures I've ever seen in this game. Really? Exceedingly slow. Sometimes they make Ents look fast. Perhaps that's a slight exaggeration there. Hello. So now we have one that's fast and one that's slow. And now it's your turn. Oh my goodness gracious, that hurt. Oh, I might have to go through this later. Let's see if there's anything else in this room before I head on out to the next section there. Because I came from there. Make sure that there are no levers I need pressing. Well, we have... Oh, I guess I have to go into the next section in order to get that. Hold on. I missed... Oh, is this... Bring the bridge out? Yes, it does. Hi there! When in doubt, pull a lever. That's the way this one goes. Okay, up here, up here, up here. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to be going this far up. Perhaps I'm going up a little bit too far. Actually, is this where I was before? Yeah, this might just actually be the way back up afterwards. So let me head back downstairs. So back to this room, where I have a choice of either going up or going down. My guess is going down would be the correct answer. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, these turns. They sometimes make me disoriented. Now, lizard, spit tail. And your turn. Alright, so we got this. So I get 12 reputation for killing a lizard called Spittail. Alright, fine. This isn't going, this isn't moving, this isn't moving. I would presume at some point I'll need to get to the other side, right? Oh, hold on, what's this? Nothing useful. Surely there's got to be something useful here. And this direction. Have I... Oh, actually, this... Ah! Oh, a Karok! Well... Those things are never... Hello! Hey! Oh, my goodness gracious. Whew! Alright. We got rid of a Karok that was around here now. Oh. Oh, down here. Wait, I feel like I'm going deeper and deeper, deeper, and deeper, and deeper. And I'm crunching ankles all over the place. Oh, my poor ankles. Ah, the relic! Here we are. Oh, an even worse Kara. Oh, I was wondering what instance had those pistons in there. I think I just found out. A wave of dread passes through you as the relic is destroyed, then is gone. Alright, let's take care of Karaluk, preferably without getting pistoned.
You come into my new home. I smash you into pebbles.
Yeah, I guess you will. I'm just trying to do my best to not get smashed by those things. Oh, well. There we go. Done. While I wouldn't call that a stellar run, I think it was better than my Hall of Mirrors run. What do you think about it, Bosie? Very well done, Pine Punch. The destruction of that relic should keep further evils from being drawn into the waterworks. Now, we must look to the future. To the future! Oh, what's going to be for the future? Oh, apparently a pair of gloves. What is this? Like 93 might, 42 vitality. I'll think on it.
I commanded the smiths at the Heart of Fire to craft new shackles for Mazog.
Brian told me about the capture of Mazog at Rush Journeyo, and it was clear to me that if Mazog is to be brought to Dogu Door in exchange for my son's freedom, we would need more powerful shackles to hold him. You were able to subdue the Orc King when he broke free once. We cannot risk the necessity again. Therefore, I commanded the smiths at the Heart of Fire to craft new shackles for Mazog. We have little mithril as it is, but they should have been able to make very strong bonds indeed by mixing small quantities of it with other metals. Speak with Stothkel in the Heart of Fire and see if the shackles are ready. Alright, so we have some shackles made of some alloy that includes a dash of mithril. Oh, there's Stothkel. I heard that you have a new set of shackles.
These bands will secure Mazog for the journey into Mirkwood.
We combined a small quantity of mithril with other metals to make these shackles. In fact, some of the weapons and armor you previously collected for my smiths were melted down and used for their making. These bands will secure Mazog for the journey into Mirkwood. He will not break free of these, or I would be ashamed to call myself Stothkel of the Iron Garrison. Bring these to Broyne for his approval. He's resting in the peaceful path, preparing for the journey. Well, he's been spending a lot of time resting there, hasn't he? Alright, back to the peaceful path. Hello, Broyne. I brought back the new shackles.
We have run into a disagreement with the elves of Lothlorien.
What else is new? But nice that you got the shackles. Yes, these look very steady indeed. Mazog would not be able to break from these as he did in Rush Journeyo Pine Punch. But about that disagreement. Celeborn has refused to allow us to bring the orc into the Golden Wood, though it is clearly the most direct route. He wants us to instead skirt the woods, a journey that will take much longer. Langlamel in Guathrandath awaits my response. Give it to her, grudgingly. We will take the long way around with Mazog, though it displeases me tremendously. Tell her, too, that I trust the elves will shoulder some of the burden of this inconvenience. The delay will cause us be intolerable, and we are afraid to bear it. I will do so for Broyne's sake. Very well. I will go and inform the elves of your decision. Ryan has agreed to your requirements.
I am sorry. Broeen's concerns are real, but a serious matter has arisen.
Oh, what's that? Because even shackled, Maza cannot be allowed within the Golden Wood. We spoke earlier about the marks Gurthel left at certain locations in Moria, and you have done well to eliminate some of them. Margot reported to me while you were gone that one more at least remains. Oh, what's that?
Margot has been venturing into the depths ever since you rescued him.
He is saying that only that he considers it his personal duty to prevent the nameless dangers in Azanarkur from ever leaving there. On his most recent journey into the fires of those caverns, he beheld a number of Regmo carrying what appeared to be an idol of some evil significance. He followed them for a time, but at one point they seemed to become aware of his presence, and he found it necessary to retreat. Gather your strength and speak to me, and I will bring you the Magor. Together you must return to Azanarakar, learn if the Regmo's idol is a relic of Gorothal's, and destroy it. Will I be able to destroy this? We have to find that out in the next episode of Piney Plays the Brawler.